Okay, this is going to be maybe a quick one, maybe a long review of the new McNally TND 1050, which I just got last week. And then I have the last generation Garmin OTR 1000. They have a new one, the Garmin OTR 1010. There's not much of a difference. If you have this one, there's no point in upgrading. So one of the reasons I wanted to get this McNally was because I like how you can have driver alerts without having to listen to turn-by-turn navigation. I can't stand the Garmin turn-by-turn navigation. I just need to hear it once. A mile from the turn is all I need to hear it. I don't need to hear it 2 miles, a mile and a half, a mile, a quarter mile, a half a mile. I don't need to hear that many times, and you can't change that. But with the McNally, all of these settings are changeable, which I really like. You can choose it to only do one turn notification. You can set it for further away or closer. You can set, if you go 5 miles over the speed limit, it'll beep at you. 1 mile over the speed limit, it'll beep at you. But you don't have to listen to turn-by-turn navigation. The Garmin, you have to turn on the voice navigation in order to hear overspeed or any other driver alerts like construction, traffic, etc. Otherwise, it's just silent. And it's only set for 1 mile an hour. So 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, and the Garmin, bing, and it's very, very quiet. Even at its loudest, you can barely hear it. This sucker is loud as hell. I love the sound out of this thing. She's a little robotic when she does do voice navigation, but otherwise she's fine. I like how on the Garmin, I'm keeping the Garmin. This just, if you want to get down to it, I'm keeping the Garmin. I like how this is always up here. I mean, you don't have to have it. You know, you can exit out of it and you can have a full screen, just like the Rand. Or you can have this up here, and I have it set for the next way station, the next truck stop, the next travel plaza, and the next rest area. I can see all what's coming and how many miles. You can't set that on here with the McNally. And if you can, I haven't been able to figure it out in the plethora of menu systems. I have it set so it shows up as I drive. It'll show up on my route. Like little, I don't know if it'll show up on here or not. Let's see. And then you got to zoom. You got to zoom out way out here for it to pop up. And then, yeah, so it shows it along your route as you're driving. Which this does not, which is fine because I like seeing far in advance what's coming. And it tells you on what side of the road it is, especially whichever road you're driving. This doesn't, I don't think. If I want to see my entire route, so if I have multiple stops set up on this and I zoom out, it only shows the first leg. It doesn't show the multiple stops. So let's see. This is going to be a long video, so my apologies. At a stop, we're going to say I'm going to Monmouth, and now we're going to go what's along the other direction. We'll say Greenfield. Go at his viewpoint at his last stop. And the McNally doesn't even have voice control. The Garmin does, but I'll admit it's not the best. But it works in a pinch. It's nice to have. Okay, so boom, last stop. So if I want to see the last stop on this, there's no auto zoom out button, like nothing. I have to either zoom out on my own, you know, or do this. But if I zoom out all the way, it doesn't show the second leg. It's only the first leg, and then the second leg, I'm going way over here, but it doesn't show it. Here, I just move the map, and I get this button. Boom. And it shows my entire trip. That's the first stop, and there's the second stop. And if I want to change my road, like I don't want to go this way. Now, sometimes it does. The Garmin does have a problem, but I've had it for a year, so I know how to screw with it. I tap, shape route, calculates, adds 6 miles or 6 minutes. See, and it just takes me. Boom, go. You can't do that with this because it only shows one leg. If I want to see the entire leg, I have to click this menu. I have to click on route overview. I have to click on summary, and then it shows the entire route. And then this is in the frickin' way, so you can't get that out of the way unless you exit, and then it doesn't show the second leg or the entire route. And if I want to not go this way, if I want to take 218, remember on the Garmin, I just move it once and then hold down on the road I want to take, right? No. On this, nothing. I have to exit. I have to zoom all the way out. I have to go over here. And I did reset this to take the routes over here, so it may screw up, and that would be because I set it up differently. So, and then you tap. No, I don't want to. 218. Go, add as via point, and you have to set it as a via point. 67, let's see, 218. Yeah, okay. And then back, and then suppose, oh, calculating, okay. There we go. Nothing. It's just too complicated. And if I would have done that preset route on this one, it would have been like, you know, you're going to go around your ass to get your elbow, but it doesn't. There's just a bunch of things too much I don't like about this, and too much I do like about this to sacrifice, and I'm not doing it. I'll just have to watch my speed better, and not listen to voice navigation. So if I want to stop route, okay, Garmin, stop route. Boom, she stopped the route. There's no voice on this one whatsoever. So if I want to, okay, Garmin, take me to Monmouth. I should have said Illinois. Oh, but she's favorites. Boom. I could have said 2, and she would have popped up. Now I want to add another stop. Let's see. Address book, bookmarks. Okay, Garmin, take me to Greenfield, Indiana. Okay, Garmin, take me to Greenfield, Indiana. Zoom out. Nothing. Only shows the first leg. Where is my favorite? See, that's another thing. It doesn't show your favorites first when you do voice, but you can go to saved, all saved. This does it by distance instead of by name, and I know it's far away, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go add his last stop. Boom. And I just, you know, if I want to see what's coming up on the route, on the RAND, I have to click this. I have to click on, nope, that's not right. See, it's so confusing. Exits. So this tells you what the upcoming exits are and what's at each exit, but I have to click on each exit. Let's see. I do like how you can have weather and fuel overlaid on the map, so that's kind of nice. And you don't have to have it connected to your phone, just to Wi-Fi. In order to do the same thing on the Garmin, you have to connect it to your phone, to the Garmin Drive app, or Garmin Connect app, or whatever it is. And it has to stay connected to your phone. It doesn't run over Wi-Fi. So that's a downside. And I can, let's see. I want to, let's see, add stop. Okay, good. So you go to add stop, and you're like, let's see, a travel center. Let's find travel centers along my route. Okay, then I have to go over here, and I have to look at what's on my route. Oh, okay, look, there it is. And then I have to set it. Add as a via, add as next stop, and then it calculates. On this one, like I know, because you can change what order you have these in and what other different stops you want, but I have it set like way stations, truck stops. I tap on truck stops, boom. It still shows my route in purple. It shows what comes up. The first stop is the Shoemakers. The second stop is going to be the Truck Plaza. There is a Flying J, and then there is a Loves. If I want the Loves, I click on go. I click on add as the next stop, and then boom, it automatically routes me. And it still, when I zoom out, it still shows, it still shows my entire route. Greenfield, recent, Greenfield, go, add his last stop. If I go here, I don't know if I've set up Greenfield on this one, I don't remember. I'm going in circles, I think, so route overview, summary. Okay, yeah, so you have to go to the summary to see your entire route, and I just don't like that. So you can also click this button, and it will write you north up, I guess, or whatever that is. And you can zoom out how you want to. You can use the plus and minus button. I just like how you can see everything. You don't have to worry about, and you can customize all of these on the Garmin, which which you cannot do on the Rand. So this is all you get. You have to tap and you can choose the leg or the trip. Over here you have both. You can set this to time to destination is 11 hours and 12 minutes. Or which destination is that? Oh, I think that's the truck stop. Sorry. So let me go here. Let me go edit route. Skip. There we go. Now it's going to take you back to Greenfield and do its thing. Okay, so what was I doing? Fuck a duck. Oh, sorry. So I wanted to see both. I wanted to see my arrival time is going to be 2:22 a.m. I can set this one to 11 hours and 4 minutes to my destination, distance to destination. My next stop, which was Monmouth, Illinois, I'll arrive at 8:45. I can set this one to, I'll arrive in 6 hours and 27 minutes to my next stop. I'll arrive to my final destination at 2:22 a.m. You can also set it to, there, arrive in 11 hours. You have to go through and choose each one you want to do if you want to see it. You can't see it all at once, so you're taking your eyes off the road, tipping and tapping, and all that great stuff. And it's just, or not great stuff. Granted, the miles are always there, but it doesn't show the timing unless you change it. This is the speed, and on the Garmin, you can't submit corrections, which is a little downside. But you have the mile marker, which does show up here at times. There's just too much on this that I enjoy. Like, you can click on here, no traffic reported. You can get turn by turn while you're driving. You can do the same thing on that. So you can go here. I got way stations popped up. It tells you which way stations are on your route. Ba-doo, way stations. You can click here, and so you can reorder. There is a way. Oh yeah, okay. You can change it to custom search. You type in the businesses or whatever. You can do it for Garmin red light cameras, truck lodging, restaurants, fuel stations, banks, attractions, loves, but I have it set to truck stops, truck rest areas, truck parking, truck stops, and way stations. So it covers all the basics for a truck driver. I do have an issue with this one. Every once in a while I'll hit a bump and it'll black out, and then I have to turn it back on. And I don't know why it does that. But it doesn't happen very often, so I'll live with it. Yeah, so I guess that's that. I will be returning this Ram McNally. I just don't, I do like the preferences, like you can set the audio visual warnings, all that. You can turn curve warnings off. But I think the biggest thing I really wanted from this was the ability to hear driver alerts, such as speed limit change, way station ahead, etc., without listening to turn-by-turn navigation. So, and that's just not worth, $700 to me. The Garmin, I believe the new one is $800, and I do believe it is a I think it's a better value than, I think it's a better value than the Ram McNally. So yeah, it's so yeah, that's that, I guess. I don't really have anything else to say about it, I guess. So yeah, so yeah, that's that, I reckon. Okay, goodbye.